Hey guys, welcome back to another Redstone lesson. I'm here again with Vixxie.
Hello.
I can call you just Vixxie now. I'm so
Yes, you
excited.
can. It's so convenient.
Yeah, it's great. So, as it said, we were going to start over here. Uh,
Okay.
we're going to be talking about pistons this time.
Yep.
So, what we have here is just a display on how you can and cannot power pistons.
All right.
So, with pistons, you can power it either directly with a line of redstone facing at the piston,
All right.
which which I've mentioned already,
Mm-hmm.
and you can power it with an adjacent block, just like that.
Oh, I see.
The redstone on top here I have just as an indicator of,
Just to show that it's powered.
yeah. So
Okay.
you can flick any of these levers on any side, and it'll make it go.
Mm-hmm.
And you can, in this particular case, you can even power the block on top of it, or more specifically, the side where the piston is facing, where it
Oh.
extends. So
Ah.
it'll power it from above like that.
But it breaks the lever.
Right. Well, if you had another means of powering that block without
Mm-hmm.
directly putting something that would break like that, you,
Oh.
you could use it in that fashion.
Cool.
But the reason I mentioned the face of the piston is because in these two examples here, uh, when the piston is not facing straight up,
Mm-hmm.
which by the way, when you place a piston, it will the head of the piston will always be trying to face you.
Right. It's kind of like placing logs.
Yeah, kind of like that. Well, actually, no. It's actually
Sort of. Is it opposite with logs?
I wouldn't say it's
Or
opposite.
no. You target the block.
Yeah, like
For the logs. Ah.
with the
So
log,
it
whatever face you're pointing to is where
the open cut part
right.
will be. Right.
The
So nothing at all like logs.
No, nothing at all like it. But you confused me there for a second, so I agreed with you.
Sorry.
Oh, that's all right. So as you can see with these two examples, even though the block in front of the piston head is powered,
Hmm.
it is not actually extending the piston.
Right.
So keep
So
that.
only when they're pushing upwards can you
Yeah,
power the block.
can you power the
The
head of
block it's
the piston?
yeah. That's good to know.
All right. Before I get to this example here,
Hmm.
let's do another review of sorts.
All right.
So over here I have a monostable circuit, and with on one tick, you'll see the sticky piston over here is just going to extend that block.
Hmm.
With the first tick, first pulse, and the second pulse is going to pull it back.
Right.
Now you can avoid doing that by adding a second tick to a repeater there out of the monostable circuit,
Hmm.
and it
Oh,
will
so it
extend
just
it. Yeah.
really quickly.
It'll extend and retract really quickly without. Well, it'll extend and retract the fastest that it can while still carrying the block.
That's good to know.
So I have one of those over here. You could see the sticky piston
Hmm.
and a repeater on two ticks, and these are all connected to a bunch of repeaters facing into uh, a whole alignment of sticky pistons facing upwards.
Right?
And very simply, this is just a way to very quickly harvest pumpkins.
Yes. Does this work with melons too, the same way?
Yes,
Kind of.
pumpkins and melons will work.
Okay.
Actually, I'll give you the honors of walking.
Oh, do I get to step on the pressure plates?
Sure, and you'll see, even though
Ah,
even though you're standing on the pressure plates, the pistons have already retracted.
right.
So you can go ahead and pick those up.
Yes.
And the reason I do that is because the faster the pistons are out of or the dirt blocks in particular, are out of the way of where the pumpkins are going to grow, it'll give it more time for those
Them to
pumpkins to grow in.
grow back.
Hmm.
Yeah. That's really nifty.
So back to this example then.
Hmm.
This This lever here, as I have another piece of redstone on top, just as an indicator.
Mm-hmm.
This block is not powering that piston,
Right.
but if but in a way it actually is,
Oh.
because if we
Okay.
check this out.
Oh, so is that a block update that's causing it to extend?
Right. So,
Ah.
and I'm glad you know what that is, actually.
I'm surprised. I know what that is.
I was kind of hoping for you to be a little more excited about that too.
It's a block update.
Yep.
Yay.
So
So
basically,
that's really good to know, right? So you don't wire it up and then
oh yes,
put it.
the first times I was really working on my door setup,
Mhm.
this was happening all the time when I didn't want it to.
Oh no.
So I had to figure out, I actually had to figure out how a bud worked exactly
Mhm.
before I needed it for any purpose, just so I could
Right.
avoid making it happen.
Yeah, I'm sure that's quite annoying when you
Right.
don't want it to happen.
In a very simple understanding, basically any diagonally above block
Mhm.
from a piston, like this block doesn't count because it's not directly adjacent to it, but this one
Mhm.
will,
Okay.
and as well as 2 blocks above. So,
Okay.
so that one up there would.
So there's like an invisible ring around the piston that you have to be careful not to diagonally or adjacently power, right? Or else
Right.
it'll do a block update.
What you can do to sort of avoid this is you can use a half slab.
Oh, does that not cause it?
Right, because the half slab itself cannot be powered. So
Ah.
I
Oh,
think
it can only have redstone on it. It can't be what source? Is that what you called that?
not
Block
particularly,
or
but I'm glad you asked
getting
these
all the
questions. I
things
really do.
wrong.
Uh, you see, like this. If we say we put a piston there, and have that redstone up there, this will cause it to be a bud because the redstone itself is in the block that in the
It's
budding block
adjacent.
area. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's adjacent and above,
Mm-hmm.
but without any. Oh no, that's powering it directly. Never mind. Let's see. In this case, maybe this will. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
not exactly touching the redstone isn't touching the
right.
adjacent.
So the redstone is actually outside of the budding area. Let me show you
See.
here. But if we do that, because now it's powering the block, 2 blocks above it,
Mm-hmm.
it'll then extend.
Ah, there it goes.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's good to know.
Now that's when we're talking about blocks and maybe redstone directly. Actually, just let's just say blocks in general.
Okay.
The thing is, I still need that. Hang on. With with certain redstone devices, actually increase that radius.
Oh.
So you can see this this little clock over here
Mm-hmm.
is actually 2 blocks away,
Mm-hmm.
but because it's flashing like that, it is actually in a constantly trying to update the piston itself.
Oh.
So right here, even though it's not adjacent to it at all, it's still activating the piston as though it's being powered directly.
Yeah, I see. Hmm. So that makes working with pistons, you have to be really careful what's around them.
Right. It makes compacting things somewhat difficult and sometimes a little more easier because something like this. Say you wanted those two pistons to go at once.
Mm-hmm.
All you have to do is power the block directly above it.
Oh, indeed.
So
No,
because
see, I would honestly be trying to like wire it all like around back here and stuff. But there's no need to do that.
Right, because again, this block is 2 blocks above the bottom piston,
Bottom one, yeah.
and because it is actually directly powering the top piston, it
Hmm.
is forcing the bottom piston into an update.
I see.
So they both extend at the same time.
So it's not the power, it's not like flowing through that top piston. It's actually just block updating the bottom one, right?
Right.
Right, right. Cool.
And using this already partially built as an example, we could do something that most people like to do, normally called a Jeb door.
Oh.
And what we do here is, I guess we can put this up there. And just like that.
Oh, that's nifty.
So what you can use this for is, say you have a flush wall like that.
Mm-hmm.
Let me actually bring that lever back over here. Is you can have it be like a hidden door.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yep. You can very simply reverse what I built there onto the other side,
Mm-hmm.
and you can have it a 2 wide door.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Yep. There are all sorts of ways and plenty of videos about how to make hidden entrances and stuff.
Yeah, I assume do they all kind of work in the same sort of fashion, like with bud switches, and is that what you called it? A bud switch block update?
Well, the exact term you use after the bud changes depending on how it works and what it's doing.
Ah, I see.
Since we're on the subject, let me try and build what would be more officially a bud switch of some sort.
Okay.
So I'm just kind of winging it here. I don't use these often enough to have like the one design that I always use.
Mm-hmm. That's
So
all right.
let's see. No, that needs to be. No, wait, no, that's right. You see that?
Mm-hmm. And move the redstone block.
Right. So I'm not 100% on the terms, but I think this is typically a bud switch.
So could this possibly like extend and power, like that, like something else in
Yeah,
that way?
you can actually. You might be able to. I'm not sure. Yeah. You
Yeah.
see like that with the sticky piston?
Yeah.
If you were to say have a redstone block here, you can use this as a flip flop of sorts. So every time you update it, it
Yeah.
causes the. I'll have to get into what flip flops and all that are.
But the signal it can
Yeah,
continue.
right. You turn it on and off depending on where you have the block.
Yeah, that's cool.
But an interesting thing is if you're actually powering the block diagonal to this with a repeater,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of does some weird stuff.
Okay.
So let me see if I can't do something funky to try to power this. There we go. Nope, didn't do it right.
Oh.
It's a little hard to set up if you don't have a particular design in mind,
Right.
but I might need more space to be doing it on the fly like this.
I'm sorry, I got you all on all kinds of tangents here.
That's all right. I mean, it's my fault for bringing up the butt at all.
Nah. It's important to know.
It is. Let's see. Yeah, no.
Or maybe, I don't know, we could cover that in a different episode, perhaps?
Maybe. I've got some time. I can at least try to show you idea.
All right.
So I think maybe I tried to go a little too compact for not really being on top of this. Let me see if this will do it. Nope. Maybe this then. Aha!
Oh,
There you go.
interesting.
So instead of pulsing real quick, it's
It
actually
just open.
yeah, it's maintaining the state.
Huh.
So let me double check something real quick before
Mhm.
we end this episode, because I haven't played with these in a while. I haven't played with them since the most recent update. So you see how it's acting the same as the other one,
Yeah.
but if we put a repeater powering the diagonal block, it changes
Suddenly,
states.
it just opens and closes.
Right.
What? Not open and close at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Huh.
obviously not the same time, but
Well, yeah. I don't know quite how to word it. It stays open or
right.
closed
Mm-hmm.
instead of pulsing. Huh. That's good to know too.
Yeah. The applications of these, of course, vary wildly.
I have no idea what one would use this configuration for, but I'm sure somebody out there has done something clever with it.
Actually, I just used this in my last vanilla LP.
Did you?
It is a portion of a tree farm by Minecraft with Dummies, and
Oh.
basically, when you put down a sapling, it changes state, and then when the sapling grows up, it resets itself.
Oh.
So,
That's cool. And
so
also very clever.
of course. So there are applications and plenty of them. In fact, there was talk from Mojang about actually removing the block update detecting, because
Oh.
it is to them
A glitch.
yeah, it's considered to be a
A
bug.
bug. Yeah.
But so many people really were upset about that. Simply them announcing that they wanted to get rid of it. So they haven't gotten rid of this yet, and more than
Oh.
likely because of the uproar, the outcry, they're gonna try to
Maybe
put
they'll
in
leave it in.
they're gonna try to make something so that they can get rid of this bug, but while still keeping in the feature.
The same functionality. That would be good.
Right.
Because, yeah, I mean, I'm sure in my own Redstone experiments, having block updates wouldn't be ideal, but that's just because I'm not quite yet thinking cleverness like this. Like, I can see how this would be really, really convenient with, like you said, with the tree farm, where the sapling has it in one state and the full grown tree
Right.
reverts it. So hopefully they keep the functionality going. That would be good.
Yeah. It might not be working like this. They might have like a block that you can place next to something,
That would
and
cause an update.
right, it'll send out a redstone signal of some sort. But that's all speculation for now.
Yeah.
So, with that, we've gone well over time this time.
Oh no. See, you always lose track of time.
Yeah, I was watching it, but we were discussing good stuff.
Well, I guess it's worth it then.
Sure it is. So, that's going to be it for this one, guys.
Cool.
I hope you learned something from this. Any questions you might have, leave them in the comments. But I'll have to catch you guys later.
Yep, see ya.
Bye.